Hello everyone. Today's video is about scientific posters. So let's drag in and let's read some code. So don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done. Be happy and keeps others happy as well. I love inspiring people, and if I can make a difference in one person's lives, then that's success. Those are some general knowledge that I give everyone out about scientific poster. Other required sections in scientific posters such as abstract. Abstract is a summary of your research paper. Introduction is a background knowledge about your poster, and materials and methods. Materials, those are broken into sections, but you can put it together, but those are different stuff. So materials is all the equipments that you use to make your scientific poster successful, and methods, the procedures that you took. Results are some kind of diagram, as you guys can see on the picture right here. It is the like graph or stuff, your results section. Conclusion is a summary that you want to give, overview, like an end talking about what did you did on your research. Acknowledgement is a portion where you talk about, you give credit to the department that you did your work, your professors, or any other people that contribute to your work, who helped you out, all those people, and include their name and appreciate that. References are always on the bottom of the box, as you guys can see in here. You put it so that what resources you use. References section is really very important. If you don't use it, you might caught for a plagiarism and your poster will be invalidated, and which people don't want. In-text citation is a citation that you put in the middle of your text to show where you get the resources from. Some of the information about the scientific poster. So as I mentioned before, I want to say one thing, that you can do scientific poster anywhere you want. You can do it in Microsoft Word, you can do it on Google Slide or PowerPoint. I like to use a slide and the PowerPoint because it's like easy to access it. So custom of the page setup. So when you go to the custom and page setup, you always put it on a custom setup, page setup, so that your things doesn't get messed up. So on the PowerPoint, you can see on the height and the width section, it should be always 42 to 34 inches. So you change those numbers. And on the slides is the same thing. For the background, it should always be black. I know people like to be fancy, but for poster, you should be more professional than being fancy. So keep that in mind. Those are some informations that people should know before they make a poster. So your title should be always 72 font, which means the number that you change in here. Mentors and authors. Mentors is the person that help you, most likely as our faculty, and the author, you are the only one who is the author because you contribute and you made your poster to be successful. So your name and your professor name should be 54 font, the number that you change in here. Highlight the name and then change the font, then it will change the size of that. Department and place the research took place is the school that you did research on. It should be between 42 to 54. That means you can use 42, 43, 44, 45, or 50, 54, 53, anyone. Number 4 is talking about the title of the section. So I'm talking about the abstract, materials, methods, results, conclusion. All those stuff should be 36 font. As you guys can see, you can change it, highlight it and change the font. Text font of the section. Text should be the things that goes under the abstract, and all those things should be 18 font. Citation should be in MLA or APA form. So I did a Zotero video, which is a website which helps people to do the citation very easily. You can use it for your scientific poster as well. So I will put the link on the description box below. Please go and check. References. So MLA format references literally looks like that. So anytime you want to go back and see how it looks like, I will put the link on the description box below of this slide so that you can go and see that what you have for your MLA format or a PA format, does it match with this. So if this match with this, like the author is here, date of publication, title, all those are set in place, then you are successful to do the references correctly. So here is the template that I want to share with you guys, that how it looks, where each thing goes in. This is the title section. Title can be anything you are doing research on. If I do research on soil, my title should be like monitoring soil in this place, monitoring soil in Far Rockaway, monitoring soil in Queens, stuff like that. People who did the research, you should put the names in over here. So is the name of you should put your name and your mentors that help you. If you have any classmate that you help them, you put it here. Universities and all other places like department that help you, any colleges, any university, any company that help you to make this research successful, where the research took place, you just put it here. You put the logo of that place. Everything have a logo, so you put the logo to like a visual prop. In a visual scientific poster, you give a visual of the place that research took place. This is the introduction section. Introduction. Before the introduction, the abstract goes. Some people put it, some people don't. As I mentioned before, it really depends on what you are doing research on and what portion should goes in. Methods, some of them also put materials and methods. It really depends on what field you are doing research on. You can do it in biology, you can do it in mathematics, you can do it in STEM field, or you can do it in non-STEM field. It can be in anything like English or computer engineering. On the results section, you put all the visual results like pie chart, graph, pictures of where you did research on. What did you see? What did you observe? Like the picture of you did research on. Conclusion should be a summary. You can put it here. Some of the research field really put discussion section before conclusion. You can do that. It really depends on what your professor told you or what you're doing research on. Bibliography, it really means the references. You put the references over there. You can title it as a bibliography, you can title it as a reference, so it really doesn't matter, whichever ones you want to do it. So all those, the general terms should go into a scientific poster. As I said, those are some general knowledge. It really depends what you are doing research on and what section should take place on your scientific poster. I want to show you guys some of the unprofessional scientific poster. I know people like to be fancy, but sometimes fanciness doesn't work for your professional work like scientific posters. So I put a picture of a nature. People like nature, I think most of them, or maybe everyone, so that's a good image. So this is one of the example of unprofessional scientific poster. You guys can see the color. It's like so irrelevant and anyone cannot read what's really on, but there everything is took place nicely, like their names and everything. But as you guys can see, the color is like not, people won't like, so hard to see everything. So this is one of the example of unprofessional scientific poster. This is an example. I know people like to be fancy, but fancy like this doesn't work for scientific poster. It should be more like simple and easy way. So they put the sun pictures, all those. You guys can see these funny pictures in here. It's like everything is all over the place. It's so fancy. It's like blinking and everything. But that's an unprofessional scientific poster. This is one of the unprofessional scientific poster as well. As you guys can see the graph and everything, but it's so dark. It's so plain. No one can see anything. It's really very dark, and the colors choice is really worse. The black color doesn't go with green, or it's not easy to see what's really on it. So right now I would talk about some of the professional scientific poster. You guys can see a fish over here. So funny. Professional scientific poster. So before we saw all the unprofessional scientific poster, to show you guys you couldn't do the scientific poster like that, then people won't like it, or it will be more likely you are playing with a thing that is so important. Scientific poster should be like that, very simple, and everything is on place. It's like light color, and they use white color and black to show it. So see this. You can see the graph properly, everything is on place. So scientific poster should be like that. It look great. This is one of the scientific poster. This is one of the professionals one. It's not that colorful, but it is colorful a little bit. It can be a little bit colorful, but not like too much. So this is great. You can do it like that if you guys like. So one thing keep in mind, I will put some template on the description box below. If you guys want to use those templates, you guys can use it, and if you guys don't, then you guys can make your own. For scientific poster, you need some research on it. Before you do any poster, you really need to do research on what you are doing the scientific poster on. This is some of the confidential, reliable sources: Google Scholar, iSeek, Microsoft Academy, RIFSIC, OCLC.org, Dogpile, Core, PubMed. PubMed is really for biochemistry student or any science major you are doing on. So this is good for them. So I specifically mention it is for science student. So that's it for today. Next time I will do a video on how you can really do it on PowerPoint. So keep eye on this channel, and please don't forget to subscribe, like this channel. Thank you. Goodbye.